That last statement of that creature sounded like a threat to Edlin home.
Maybe if we tell the toadies that we took care of everyone in here, they'll jail us back up there.
If we can find them again, yes. But we should, I think, head directly towards Edlin home.
Yeah, agreed. Let's climb out of here.
So I guess we're going to go back the way we came.
You go back the way you came.
That's harder said than done, didn't we?
You down some stairs.
Select those robes.
We're not going to take that potion of water breathing and go down underneath and find out what's down under there.
I can.
I could swim pretty well.
Maybe the two of you start down there and
we climb up.
we'll wait.
Okay.
Just to see if
there's only one potion, so
yeah.
You can each drink half and have no effect.
Perfect.
Do you have bonuses to like?
I just have the underwater marauder thing, so if there is...
What is that?
I can fight.
Combat underwater, okay.
Without being sluggish.
So maybe it should be...
So
if there is something down there.
This is just an Alistair question. Does swimming affect your speed in the game?
Yeah, it's like half your normal move speed.
So his is not affected?
No, his is, I believe, affected, but if there's combat, he's not flat-footed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like...
Because underwater fights are tough. As Mystery Science Theater called them, underwater fights are the drum solos of movies.
Yeah.
Right.
See Aquaman.
Right.
True that.
So maybe just send Iggy down there to see what he can come up with. And
Faster.
Well, yeah, I'm slow as balls.
well, I mean, they're both small.
Hey!
But he can fight underwater if it comes to it. And he's a little more sturdy that if it comes to it. I mean, I know I'm talking like they're not here, but...
I can be sturdy.
You're very sturdy, Xander.
Thank you.
Very sturdy.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be my thought.
First
So
you
that
guys have to
underwater...
get there first.
Yeah, but that underwater breathing, how long does that last?
Great question.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Fantastic. -1 round.
Perfect.
But, you know...
No, it's not worth the try.
If video games have taught me anything, there's going to be a treasure chest in that water somewhere.
For sure.
I am not a video game.
I'm not a video game. How many times do we make you say that in a week?
It's like, just follow where the bad guys are going. That seems to be the way.
Stand by. I've marked it. I need to look at something.
That tunnel seems adventure worthy.
Lando. That tunnel seems adventure worthy.
There's also the other door at the top of where we went, like on the other side of the bridge. That's not there.
Okay.
I can take the
Could
rope
be
and
like
Tarzan it across.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, wasn't there? There were steps up to it.
I think so, yeah. I mean, we could continue to explore.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be an easier way out.
That's true. But we need to go back and get that hunk of iron.
Yeah.
you can't leave old trusty iron behind. Not old lumpy.
We named it while you were away. It's the burden of Carahel. Because Killian was so attached to it.
The potion of water breathing lasts 1 hour.
Okay.
And it allows you to breathe water, by the way.
Is that what it does? Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
I was totally misunderstanding that.
It's essentially you're putting on a helmet like Bud and filling it up with pink goo from the abyss. And you're able to breathe. You head down some stairs, spiraling out into a foyer of this weird tower entrance thing, out into this weird magic field that Xander is turning off.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until the last person goes, he turns it on.
Yeah, full strength.
You guys let everyone through. You turn it back on to full strength. You walk across what should be this giant pool, huge, deep pool of water that's completely empty. You get to the other side and start walking up some steps.
Yeah, was there another door that we haven't explored in this area?
There is not.
The orange portal that was way above us?
There is not. There was I was wrong before when we said there was no door. There was a door at the end of that temple. You had asked about that, Seth? There was, and it just opened straight out into that top section where the light was coming from when you came in.
So dead end. Nothing to it.
Nothing to it. it opens up onto where the bridge goes across.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it just comes out and open it. So I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Totally forgot.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So you guys are walking up steps on the far side. These are slightly slippery steps.
Yep.
That's hard to say. Make an acrobatics roll for each of you, please.
The slightly slippery steps roll.
Total of 20 for me.
Totally fine.
Am I still hurt?
With your shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured.
24.
You're great.
11.
Okay.
8.
All right. So,
It just will take some 2 at a time.
Acrobatics, not athletics. 10.
10.
Sorry.
Sildren, you are carefully watching your step. You slip a bit, you hold on, you climb up, and then
24?
I
slept?
you see Xander slip and start rolling back towards you.
Perfect. I jump over him.
Okay.
I will use my nimbleness and my amazing feats of balance to catch him.
Oh, that's right. You have some balance stuff. Make a reflex roll. Reflex save +1 for your balance bonuses.
That's going to be a 25.
Okay, you are able to grab onto Xander's collar and stop him from rolling.
Thank you.
And then you hear Idrisil
Careful.
give out a yelp as Idrisil, you jump out of the way as a giant dwarvish boulder comes
Oh my God, no.
rolling past Sildren. You're holding on to Xander, and you see this ball of dwarf rolling right at the two
God.
of you.
This is my least favorite Indiana Jones movie.
You can make a reflex save -3 to try to halt Iggy before he awkwardly rolls off.
Why did it have to be rolling dwarves?
Or you can make it reflex straight. Reflex straight and sidestep with Xander safely and let Iggy roll right on by and let nature take its course.
Yeah.
Or you can totally save yourself and give yourself a +4 to your reflex save by letting go of Xander and letting him roll down the steps and letting your friend go down the steps.
Can I know what the target number is?
You cannot.
I will take the -3 and attempt to stop.
All right.
the
Holding
rolling
tight to
dwarf.
one
Team
friend,
player.
reaching out for the other.
We're not going to do the same for you, by the way. Just FYI.
Oh, I know. 17?
17 is with your total is 17?
Total 17?
All right. You hold on to one of them. Who would you like it to be?
Oh my God, you just gave me Sophie's choice?
Send one on their way.
One can take a lot more damage.
Yeah,
than the
exactly.
other.
I'll let Xander go. No, I'm kidding.
He saves
I'm
Xander.
kidding.
And then he sees Iggy coming and says, okay, no.
I will save Xander from rolling. Yeah.
Okay.
If I have to make a choice, it's Xander.
Yeah.
All right. Iggy, you come rolling down. You bash into the pair of them below. Sildren, you grab onto Iggy. You grab onto Xander. The momentum spins you around and both swing out to the open space where the stairs are exposed to a 30-foot drop below. And you can't hold on to both. You start lifting Xander up. You get him up, and Iggy slips through your fingers. Iggy, you fall straight down 30 feet.
While he's falling, Xander says his super passphrase of slow and casts Featherfall.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of his mental capacity.
How dare you? How dare you? That's a different word.
Retard fall.
Retard fall! But cast Featherfall as a reaction onto Iggy's. He's falling.
All right, Iggy, you come falling. You just curse Sildren as you're falling, and then shoot, the spell catches, and you gently alight upon the ground.
Ha ha! Thank you.
And everyone climbs up to the top except Iggy, who's left behind, and you've got to try it.
Yeah.
All by
Let's
yourself.
do it.
Acrobatics, sprained arm boy.
Mm-hmm. 23.
23. He makes it up, and everyone is safely on top.
Pat him on the shoulder.
Oh,
On the good shoulder. On the good shoulder.
They're both bad.
They're just still sitting at the top. I've already retwined my bow.
You are out of this area. You head down a corridor and arrive at a balcony, and you are in the vertical shaft area. There's a balcony above, there's water below, and the way out awaits you. It is still claustrophobic and stale air and loud as this waterfall of water is still pouring down.
And our ropes are there, obviously.
Ropes are there.
Okay.
Iggy, did you want to go down?
Yep.
We just see this swan dive.
Yeah. Just glug, glug, glug.
It's a friggin' belly flop. What are you talking about?
Cannonball.
No matter what dwarf dive it is, it's a cannonball.
Yeah.
Sildren will tap Iggy with the Staff of Healing and cast a heal spell on him, healing him 14. So that'll put him up to max. And then he'll also tap Xander with the heal spell, healing him 11.
Ooh, thank you.
Also healing him to max.
Okay. Yeah, I drink that potion and
Which potion?
the potion
Too
of
late.
water. Breathing.
Too late.
Potion of water. You've been drinking.
Yeah.
You just drank water. It's like Space Jam.
You quaff the potion and you look around, and as you say goodbye, boys, you realize that this potion is just mildly-ish cursed. You can no longer breathe air.
Really?
Yes.
Where's Jix?
With a panic, he kneels down and puts his head in the water.
Yeah, I just up into the waterfall.
Starts flipping you guys off from the kneeling position.
I'll just kick him in.
Put a fishbowl over his head. Yeah, you're having some trouble breathing.
I'm go down. I dive down then.
All right, 3 different boots are trying to kick you in for some reason.
Idrissa would like to take one of the ropes and attach it to one of those rocks so it's descending to the water.
You would need
Instead
a
of attaching.
third rope. Do you have a third rope?
I do.
I'm going to detach it from...
No. We need those other ropes.
That's how we get
Because
back
need
up.
to get back up.
Yes, I'm going to detach it for now
How are we gonna get?
and put it back on.
No.
I'm not.
So you're going to detach it up here, come down.
Attached way high. They're not attached down here.
Oh, okay.
I have another rope.
I have a rope.
Oh, they got extra ropes. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can do that.
We all have rope.
Yeah.
All right,
I just
you
wanted
just
to put a
still-
rope down there to
Yeah.
make sure he can get
Yes,
Thank-
agreed.
So
back,
you're
you know?
Yeah.
you're throwing a rope into the water. Is that what you did?
Yes, and I'm attaching it to a rock kind of on my feet.
Okay.
So we have the system going, and then we need another one to get him back.
Right. And where is the end of the loose rope?
As far as it'll go.
Down?
Yeah.
It kind
It'll
of
just be in the water
it's kind of just floating and just slowly going down. Okay, perfect.
with the rock tied to it as an anchor, basically, I think is what.
No, he's tying it to the rock thing sticking out.
Okay.
So it can hold, so
Right.
we can pull him in. You know,
Gotcha.
So we don't have to hold the rope.
Gotcha.
We can just assist him to pull.
It seems so easy, and I don't know why it's so much clarification.
I thought I was
Two ends of the rope, one of them's in the water. We did
I
it.
thought I was explaining it pretty simply. And you guys were like, where are you getting all this rope from?
Let's start over and just clarify this a few more minutes. All right.
Who's holding the rope? No one's holding the rope.
Iggy's back, by the way.
It's been an hour.
Gold overflowing.
Still figuring out the rope.
This conversation all over again.
So I'm holding the rope. No.
Where are you getting all that sail from? The same place you're getting all your wind from.
Okay. Iggy, you dive in.
Rope is a rope is a rope.
The water is cold and you splash in. What are you doing for weight of stuff?
Did you take
I
your
leave my
off?
pack
Okay.
with them,
All right.
Just your-
and I just have my axe.
Okay. And where is your axe?
Strapped to my back.
Okay.
Start going through his stuff. No,
It's a bunch of shit, but yeah, go right
Ooh,
ahead.
another piece of iron.
A couple potions. Yeah.
You dive in, and it is a weird effect that after you swim and you can't hold your breath any longer, you take a breath, and it works. The water has oxygen that goes through your system, and it's very odd, but you start to get used to it, and you swim down about 25 feet or so, and you see there's another balcony and another passageway that extends out.
Past that, do I see another balcony?
No.
Okay. Then I'll go in, assuming the door's open.
Okay. You see that the door is open. It's challenging to see. It's a little blurry-ish, but we'll say the potion gives you some minimal clarity to your eyes. As you swim in, what you may not see, make a perception roll of 20 or higher.
No, sir.
All right.
13.
I will tell you what you don't see. As you swim in, there are several dark, undeadish forms reaching up from underneath the balcony where they dropped down to get down here, and they are now pulling themselves up onto the balcony as you swim over them and through the door down the passage. Swimming through the cold water, you go down this corridor, and you realize it would have been extremely challenging to even attempt this because it just keeps going and keeps going. You have full dark vision, right? That is perfect light-wise down here. It's pitch black, but you can make out the grays and the blacks and some of the whites. And you swim deep and make another perception roll.
Yeah, 28.
28.
Way better.
You swim and you can see that the corridor rises a bit and heads up and up and up. And it's kind of a steep vertical slope shaft, and you go up it. And as you swim up, you see ahead there is a section of the water that dries out. And you arrive on dry stone on this slope, and you cough and breathe a bit, and you realize you still cannot breathe in the air, but you can see just above, the slope goes up maybe 20 feet, there is a room that it deposits this chamber into, and it's all dry up there.
So do I have to hang out for 45 minutes?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just, I've got nothing else to do.
All right.
Food for thought. If that runs out and you're stuck in this room, you have to get back. Okay. All right.
Okay. You wait, and things seem pretty dire as your friend is not back in 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 20 minutes.
Xander starts pacing.
Can we see under the water? Can we see those undead?
Make a very challenging perception roll.
That is a total of 20.
Total of 20. You cannot.
After about 20, 25 minutes, Sildren's like, let's tie a rope to one of us and then see how far we can make it before having to come
50
back.
feet.
Yeah, 50 feet for the rope. But basically, let's see if we can see where this goes and maybe follow.
I don't know. I just don't think we should. If we can't fight or see or be of any use, it's really not gonna. Really, our only option is to wait for him right now.
I don't like waiting.
We can go in, but we're not going to be fast enough to make a difference, I don't think.
Xander keeps pacing, chewing on nails, getting a little nervous.
All right, well, I guess.
How much time has passed about now? 20 minutes?
Yes.
It did seem like he was having trouble breathing air. I assume we did notice that.
No, certainly the potion's not all good.
It doesn't seem like any of the potions in this world are all good.
There's a little bit of give and take with each one.
So I have a question, Tom. I have a spell called Fleet Step. You gain a 30-foot status bonus to your speed. That would also add that to my, like it would be 60 feet. Like, if I can travel half speed in water, then I would be able to travel 30 feet, right?
What would your land speed be?
30.
You move through the water normally 5 feet plus 5 feet per 20 of your land speed. So
Wow,
it would be 50. It would give you no advantage. You need a land speed of 40 to any addition.
Well, it would actually give me a total of 60 feet
Of
my land speed. Would be
base
60 feet.
speed?
Yeah.
How the hell does that happen?
Because my Fleet Step spell, you gain plus 30 foot status
Really?
bonus to your speed
It's insane.
Yeah. for 1 minute.
I was wondering how long it lasts.
It's a level 1 spell, so
I'm double checking.
30, so it would be, I think, 35 feet. 5 feet plus 5 feet per, per every 20, so it'd be 15, so it'd be 20 feet. Right?
5 feet plus 5 for every 20. Yeah, you get 20 feet.
You have a 20-foot. That's pretty fast.
With Fleet Step.
Yeah, that's super fast.
Yeah.
So I
So after that, after you say that, so if you want to go in, Sildren, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be any good down there with a bow in water.
right.
You've got the light, you've got the know-how. It's been about 30 minutes now, I guess, ish.
Yeah.
Sure.
20. He's running out of time to get back, so
The zombies caught up to me yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, because 30 minutes. We got to find out what happened. I think. At this point.
if he's wherever he is, if he's in the place, he's only got that time to get back. If he's not there yet, he's not going to get there and back. So I say go for it. Xander, do you have any twos?
I've got
go fish.
I've got one little one that I can help with, and I can push you with water. I can push more water.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I don't know if that helps, but
That's scary.
it
Yeah.
really hurts.
Not sure I like that idea. Shit. I'm really conflicted. I'm gonna wait.
You wait.
Okay.
Back inside the interior section of this dungeon area, all by his lonesome in the dark, with just the occasional echoey dripping sound. Iggy, you're still looking, and you catch your breath underwater, and then you look back up, and you take another breath, you look back up,
It's like
and
a dolphin.
you see right before the entrance to where this passage, just up ahead, just 20 feet, and it
He
dumps
could
into
run
the
up
area.
there holding his breath.
What's that?
He could run up there holding his breath.
Yeah. You see there is a pressure plate on the ground for anyone walking through. You spot that. That was your perception roll.
Okay.
Spot that. What you don't spot are two skeletal heads silently rising out of the water as they walk up the ramp behind you like Navy SEALs.
Okay.
They silently come out. You just instinctively hear the dripping sound just a little bit more echoing in this little chamber. And then all of a sudden, they attack with a bit of surprise against you.
Not with my deny advantage.
What's your deny advantage?
Your foes struggle to pass your defenses. You aren't flat-footed to hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures of your level or lower, or creatures of your level or lower using surprise attack.
Wah, wah.
Wow.
Good thing we sent in the tank.
Right?
They can still flank me, but...
Two of them come up behind you, instantly spin around. You have your weapon ready, and you parry the first blow. He misses. They get no bonus. The second one gets a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And he claws at you with an 8 points of slashing damage. And he's going to claw one more time. No, misses. So yeah, good block. They cannot catch you by surprise. Your turn, Iggy.
So I'm assuming they're right next to each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 8 points of damage.
Yeah. A 25.
It's a hit. And a hit, yes.
Quick question. They're in the water. Are they flat-footed?
They are not.
Only 4 points of damage to each of them.
He didn't say these
Slashing
were
damage.
human skeletons.
Slashing damage.
Slashing damage is you wound them slightly.
Okay.
You slice and attack. You have another action.
Mm-hmm. I got 2 more actions.
Now if you do your swipe, that's double.
Oh, you're right. I don't want to attack again because, well, I might as well.
This is one on one of the guys.
Yep. With a 19
Is a hit.
and 11 points of damage.
You crush him and send his bones sliding down into the ramp into the water.
Okay.
The other skeleton, not afraid because he doesn't care about any of that, lashes out with nasty claws. You duck, reach out, grab his wrist, and snap it off. He rolled a natural 1 and toss his hand in the water behind him. He reaches out with the other claw. You reach out, grab onto that hand, and snap it off with another natural 1. What the hell?
I love that
Perfect.
expression on your face.
He drops both stumps, turns around, and walks back into the water. No, he's still
No, I'll
standing
get
there.
an axe.
He's pawing at you with blunt, stubby wrists right now, and it's your turn.
Axe to the face.
Okay, that's a face.
Yeah, right to the face. 25.
Okay, that's a hit.
10 points of damage.
And you smash the poor guy into oblivion. Then you dunk your head into the water on your knees and take a big breath.
Okay, I'll hold my breath and walk up.
Oh, you're going to go up
But just not very far.
21 feet?
No, like 15
All right.
feet.
You walk 15 feet up the ramp, and you are just a couple steps away from this pressure plate you can see. And beyond, you see a small room that looks to have been some sort of storage type room. There is a table of metal that has fallen over on 2 legs. There's some old rusty weapons, some old rusty sword stuff, but you do see some treasure-looking items behind there.
Okay.
Almost like a video game situation.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. They're all yours. You just
How
gotta-
far away is it? So if I
They're
move 15 feet, how far away are they now?
they're 30 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run in there then.
Pressure plate.
Yeah, around the pressure plate.
Okay.
You cannot easily get it. You have to leap over this plate.
How big is the plate?
It's big for a dwarf stride.
Thing in my. I'm gonna go back and grab the body of one of these guys.
Okay, you grab a skull
Like
and
the heaviest
spine.
part. Yeah, and I throw that onto the standing well back. Throw that onto the plate.
Okay. It goes down, and a section of stone from the right, a pillar of stone on the right wall, comes smashing out into the other side, and one from the left goes smashing in opposite directions. And you take no damage because you're on the.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Your
back,
side.
dip my head back into the water, get a breath.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run
So weird.
and leap over this pressure plate.
All right.
Actually, yes. No, I don't want to tumble through. I want to
Okay.
jump.
All right. Make an acrobatics roll.
You're a dwarf. It's gonna be fine.
No, make it athletics. It's athletics. It's raw distance you're looking for.
8 plus 5 is 13.
Okay. You leap and you land on the other side safely, and no, you still hear a click. Shoom, shoom, 2 stone pillars come sliding out, slamming into your very close vicinity. You are attacked twice for a 29 to hit
Hits.
and a 31 to hit.
Hits, and it just is both straight hits.
Not criticals. Ooh, did the new armor save your butt?
Uh-huh. Sure did.
Nice.
Sure did.
All right. Let me roll this damage, and I'm just going to apologize in advance.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad. 15 points of damage.
Total?
Oh.
And then 19 points of damage on top of that.
Oh my
The
God.
second one.
That's
what,
34.
You are essentially turned into like a Z shape as they smash you from the sides.
Yep.
Good news is you make it on the other side. Bad news is you see no other ways out of this small room.
Yeah, but I want to grab some loot.
Okay.
How's that shoulder holding on?
Yeah, he doesn't take any penalties for this huge trauma. But a slightly sprained shoulder haunts him for
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, you said there was a bunch of rusty, shitty shit, and then some stuff that looked nice.
Yeah, did I?
Yeah, you sure did, because I would not be doing this if you didn't.
You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that have lasted the test of time.
Okay.
One of which is a quiver of arrows, which are, as you check on them, they all just come apart and they're all warped and terrible wood.
Okay.
Except for one arrow seems to be of high quality.
Okay. I'll stick that in my belt.
All right. Another is a small scale, almost like a big snake scale or something like that can fit in like on your thumb. Greenish scale.
Take that.
1, 2, 3 potions of 2 different types. So 2 different types of potions, a total of 3, 2 of
Okay.
one of another.
Take those.
And then you kick aside rotting leather armor, move aside a bunch of rotting axes, and you do find one suit of leather armor that seems completely resilient to all the natural wear and tear.
Okay. I want to take that as well. I'm just not sure how to manage that without a pack. I will sheathe my axe, put like potions and scale and everything else in pockets or looped around a belt or whatever, and I will hold on to the leather armor.
Okay.
Wrap it all in the
And,
leather armor. Wrap it all in the leather armor.
Okay. Either way, I'm holding on to something.
Right.
That's not my axe, which makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will beat feet and run over and jump across that plate.
Okay. You beat feet, you run, and
This is important.
well, oh shit! What was going on with the leather armor?
I'm holding it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll be a -1 to your athletics.
Awesome.
to get
This
across.
already.
May I suggest you
Throw
could
it?
just
Throw in the armor.
you could just toss
I'll
it.
throw the
It might
armor.
get a little wet.
Yeah.
All right.
And then run.
You toss the armor, it goes through, it slides down the ramp, and you go flying through the air after it.
Yep. Athletics roll?
Meanwhile, back up top.
Yes. Did we hear any thuds or anything when he hit the pressure plate?
Shoosh. No, not from
Long
that
way
distance, from
Now with
that
the waterfall.
from the waterfall and from the mounted stuff. Interesting question.
All right. Well,
See if there was a rumble on the ground
Yeah.
or anything, you know?
It's been 40 minutes.
It's been 40 minutes!
I'm gonna.
Looking at his watch.
Sildren's gonna jump down,
Xander's texting him just to be sure.
Kinda
Where are you? You're so late.
kind of swim down a little ways, like not casting any spells or anything, but just kind of swim a little bit and see, maybe if there's a dead body or something floating around there.
You look, you see, yes, there is a dead body or 12. They have clambered onto this lower balcony.
Yeah.
And a bunch have disappeared into the passageway inside the main core section.
Aw.
You look, you see no sign of Xander anywhere.
Iggy?
Iggy, sorry, Iggy. And
Or
Xander. Xander's not there.
So there's a
Surprisingly,
bunch of
you see
undead chilling out there, just kind of hanging out.
What's that?
A bunch of undead.
No, they're moving into the interior passageway
Oh,
as though they're have a plan.
And do I see where there's air on the other side of the passageway?
No, you just see a dark passage.
All right.
Because it goes into a tunnel, essentially, and then goes up.
Yeah.
Right, we're above
it's
it.
long.
I'm going to swim back and report.
You were in the water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just ducked in a little bit. All right, you splash up. What do you say?
The passage goes much further back, and there's undead filing down the passageway, maybe about a dozen or so.
This might be a good time for a hydraulic push near the enemies. Right down there, straight below us.
How close was the furthest?
25 feet.
Okay.
I can try.
I don't. Yeah, the hydraulic push is the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, I think that's a good
We gotta
idea.
Attack the water, essentially, like attack them on the things that are
He's smashing with
under
his
the. Yeah, you gotta get out.
Just shooting arrows into the water.
damage.
I gotta get out a single arrow.
Punching.
Yeah, Xander, come on down here and then get close
Maybe
and
distract them.
Distract
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah, distract the water so we can.
Demoralize it.
So, for total distance from the balcony to the second balcony down, we're looking at 40 feet? Is that
Yes.
right? They're in between? Okay.
Yes. 15 feet roughly to the... No, let's just say the water... Let's say the water has risen in all this time you guys have been screwing around.
Oh, that's a new dynamic.
Yep.
And that way, so it's just a couple feet below your balconies, the top of the water. So it's 40 feet from where you're at down to the second balcony.
Down to the second balcony. Okay, so my hydraulic push has range. It's got a 60-foot range.
Okay, but keep in mind, it's a thin single target
Yeah.
push of water.
It's a one blast straight shot, and it's going through water.
I don't know your spells.
I mean, it's a bludgeoning attack.
Something.
So like, my thought is like, if it's in the air, I'm hitting you with a giant beast of water and just like pushes you forward.
Okay.
If I'm punching into water with water,
Then you're just
am
scared. I don't care.
Am I transferring the energy? Is it dissipating? Is that a physics thing I don't need to worry about because this is magic?
Make a roll of an occult. Occult sense.
Let me do an occult sense roll. 21.
It will not function.
Okay. It's not going to work.
I don't know. I was just thinking magic would be better than an arrow in water.
So, from where I am, where I can actually speak a verbal component, can I still see a skeleton?
You're 40 feet away. It's whatever the range of your spell is.
Right, but I can. But okay, well, because with the reach spell, I can cast Disrupt Undead,
Okay.
and I will cast that at the closest skeleton.
Yeah, so
Just yells into the water, disrupt the undead.
So through the water, there's a heat shimmer,
yeah, that'll work.
and it needs to make a saving throw.
Oh. I'm assuming reflex.
I think it's Fortitude. Yeah, Fortitude.
23.
It succeeds, takes half damage. It would have been 11, but it now takes 5
Okay.
damage.
You destroy one undead.
Okay.
And that's the good news. The bad news is the rest disappear into the passageway.
Oh, they don't care? Okay. All right, well, I took care of one for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Meanwhile,
Yep.
back on top.
Pass the plate.
Back
in
on-
the water.
No,
I'm
no.
good.
Meanwhile, back on top of the balcony, Xander and Idrisil, did you want to do anything?
So many things I want to do.
Yeah.
Got demoralized by Tom.
Yeah.
No,
You raised an eyebrow at you?
I have nothing that can help
Xander?
in the situation.
I'm gonna try one thing. Xander casts Ray of Frost at he got the last one in the tunnel. I can't see any of them.
You look, you get on your knees, you dunk your head in and look. You can see there are about 60 more that are underneath that lower balcony that haven't quite figured out how to climb on top of each other. They're just out of reach of being able to grab that, and they cannot swim. They don't have the
Buoyancy?
pushing ability with their skeletal bodies. They're trying. I never thought about that.
There's a lot of them down there. I mean, a lot. I don't even know if that would work. Yeah, so Xander's going to cast Ray of Frost on one of them that's trying to get up to the balcony.
Way down there. Okay.
Yeah.
One guy's getting a little cocky.
Just
Trying to figure it out right now.
18.
18 is a hit.
It's a hit. Okay. So I hit him for 5 points of cold damage.
And Xander blasts any smart skeletons that are thinking of climbing up, and he does it again, and he does it again. All right, now, meanwhile, back on the Key River, a barge is floating down, and it's floating away from the tower, and there are 3 toady half-elf bargemen, and they just start floating away, and the tower disappears in the distance, and one says, "So what do you think's gonna happen to them?" "I don't know, but they're dead for sure, and we're not waiting. Who knows what's gonna come out of there?" And they float on by. Now, Iggy. Meanwhile, back at Peg's Tavern, there's a sad bard playing a sad song. Peg looks around, she's like, "Oh, it's kind of quiet. I miss these guys." Oh. Meanwhile, back at the Thankful Lodge,
Cyril
and Marpin,
yeah.
They serve some customers, and she says, "Boy, it seems kind of strange. We're not getting any of those miners around here anymore. I wonder if anything's changed with them." And yeah, some of these new folks are kind of weird. But oh, hey, I miss Iggy. We haven't seen him in a while. Speaking of Iggy, meanwhile, Iggy, you are flying through the air, sailing, tumbling. You come down, you hit the ground. Your knee is very close to the edge. Make a athletics roll with your minus sore shoulder penalty.
Yeah.
And hold on before you roll. This is an extra pained one that I'm calling.
God damn it.
Oh, no!
Remember? Do you remember?
It happens!
I was so happy to remind you of forgetting to do that.
But he has one that he can get the normal.
You're in a -2 right now as a big thing of pain comes through. Do you want to burn the benefit that Sildren did?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
It's down to a -1.
Nice.
You're evil.
19.
The judges have to look at the tape and check the
Would have
number.
been a 20, but a 19 with a
number is
-1 for
close.
pain.
The number is close.
Oh, no, athletics. It is a total of 20. Oh, sorry. I was looking at acrobatics.
Total of 20.
Yeah.
You leap over and you arrive safely on the other side, slide down the slope. Right before you hit the water, you grab onto the leather armor and splash into the water and take a glorious breath of water.
Yes.
And you have made it to the other side.
Yep.
How much time has passed?
That's a bad question.
Maybe 50 minutes?
59 minutes.
Start swimming back.
Okay, you start swimming. It is hard to swim with this armor in your hand.
Yep.
And you swim and you swim. As you do so, the slope disappears and now you're going perfectly horizontal. And then you see up ahead a form. It appears to be a friend for a moment. Someone coming to check on you? No, it is a skeleton and another and another and another and another and another and another. There's a whole bunch of them as you are swimming.
Okay.
What are you
How
going
many?
to do? As you get closer, what's the range of your...
It just,
Dark
you
vision?
can see in the dark. It doesn't have a range.
Really?
I don't believe so.
That's...
the standard vision.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Maybe
Uh-uh.
I'm thinking D&D where there's always like a limit.
There's a limit in all the D&Ds that I know, but
Let me check. Dark vision.
low light is the same thing. See in dim light as low or normal light.
Monster dark can see perfectly well in areas of darkness and dim light, the black and white. Some forms, oh yeah, you can see. Great. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, so how many of these?
More than
A
40.
lot. More than 40.
4040?
Yes.
Holy crap.
And how big is this? How big is the tunnel? Are they're shambling on the, like walking through water?
Yes.
And how tall is the tunnel?
Not tall. I have called every tunnel and corridor in this place vaulted.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep my ass to the top of that thing and swim out. Fuck you guys.
Swimming.
Your own love of architecture comes to
Defeated
haunt
me.
you back.
You are swimming like crazy, kicking with your little legs as fast as you can, clutching this leather armor tightly. And you swim, and you're breathing, and it's taking just too much time. And as you swim, you can see the opening up ahead towards where you can get out and get towards your friends. But there's still 15 more skeletons under you, each of them reaching, trying to, some touching a foot here or there. And then you find yourself gasping for breath and vomiting and spitting out water as best you can, and you're struggling to breathe. I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
A 22.
22.
As soon as we see him.
You're totally fine.
Okay.
You keep swimming. Make an athletics roll for overall speed.
21.
21. That sprained arm just really had a lot of effect on rolls, didn't it? You swim like crazy. You're getting closer and closer. You need to make another fortitude save as you're trying to not drown.
15.
15.
15. I'm going to use a hero point on that.
Just use one.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Just use one.
Yeah, just one.
No, because it's not a natural one, so
You
you
can't
only
share.
use one.
Oh, okay. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you only need 2 on a natural one.
A 26.
Good roll.
Disappointed.
We're gonna get that leather armor.
All right, let me read this to you.
Okay.
You must make a DC 20 fortitude save at the end of each of your turns. A failure, you take 1d10 damage.
Okay.
You made the first one.
Mm-hmm.
After each check, the DC increases by 5. So you just made your second roll. So your DC was then a
25.
25. On a critical failure, you die.
Oh my god.
That's all it reads. You rolled a 15, and before I could confirm the result, you said I'm going to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you almost just died.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Oh!
So I do take 10 points of damage.
Yes.
But I don't die.
You can roll 1d10. On a failure, hold on.
Oh, it's just a 1d10.
And the damage increases each round, so it's 2d10, I'm afraid. Can this kill you?
No.
Okay.
Ah, fuck you. 14 points of
14
damage.
points
Leaving
of
him
damage.
with 14.
And we have our eyes
You're
on the
looking.
wall.
Yeah.
You're looking. You guys look. You're piercing down. Xander's just going, woo! Blasting more guys.
Yeah, Sildren's actually in the water, like diver in the water sort of thing.
You see, because it's now clearly been more than an hour, and you're like, this is super bad. You should have been back half an hour ago. You finally see the dwarven head of Iggy up here, and Iggy, you are breathing desperately, and you look and you see there is a skeleton reaching out to grab at the armor that's hanging low in your hands. Make an athletics roll. You just need to beat a 14.
It's not very nice.
It's really not.
Yeah, 26.
You yank it free and swim super hard. Sildren, you see he is struggling badly to breathe.
I cast.
And he will not let go. If you let go right now of the leather armor and drop it into the sea of undead sea, you can get to the surface without trouble.
I take a deep breath. Actually, I cast Fleetfoot. Take a deep breath and swim like the wind, as it were.
Super fast.
To catch up to Iggy and then either help him along in whatever way I can.
You gotta do it.
You hand off the armor to him.
You hand off the armor.
And I start swimming
I don't
normal.
even think there's a handoff. You just drop it in desperation, start swimming frantically over the surface. Sildren, you catch the armor, and swim as just a parade of undead slowly go back out of the passage onto the balcony, which Xander has even more fun blasting off of that.
Idrisil just jumps in to make sure Iggy gets there safely.
All right, you jump in, you pull him up, and Iggy, you come up to the surface and take a big, desperate breath of fresh, stale dungeon air.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, thank you, everybody.
What the hell
I got good stuff.
You guys could have left that thing alone and never even looked in there.
No, this is loot.
Holy cow! All right.
We have relieved Iggy of his duty.
Yeah.
So is Iggy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to climb that rope and get up to the balcony.
Yeah, you're on the second balcony, catching your breath on your back.
Yeah, I just want to get out of the water.
Get the leather armor up.
Splashes out with leather armor.
And then I will cast a heal on Iggy, seeing that he has taken some wounds. Healing him.
His spine is at a weird
14 points of damage, taking him up to 28.
Okay. What a beating.
Yeah.
All right. And I am
weird.
Running really low on spells. Okay.
Okay.
We need to get out of here.
You guys want to say anything?
I got you a present, Idrisil, and I give you the arrow.
Oh, thanks, Iggy.
And I got these, and I put the potions on the ground,
and then he dies.
Oh, that was eventful.
It seemed like that was a little hairy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you ready to stick this leather armor in your pack and head on out?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Load it up.
He hasn't stopped. It's a cantrip. He doesn't have to stop.
All right.
You pull him up the rope, he's still doing it.
As long as he can. Oh, no!
One more! Tail gunner, they're on our six!
All right. Yeah, so
Ascend back up.
Yeah, let's ascend out.
Okay. What is your bulk? Do you have room to carry leather armor?
I had the armor before, the other leather armor.
Okay.
I had before, and then I left that scale mail behind.
Okay.
Because
all right.
I'm gonna have to leave it behind because I don't have enough.
You guys climb back up. You need to, make athletics rolls, please.
Iggy, go first.
Thanks.
Yes, we can catch him.
Yeah. Idrisil and I are...
Fucking Jesus.
That's the wrong god to pray to.
So I rolled a 2. I think I'm going to burn my last hero point and re-roll that. And please don't be a 1. Please don't
or
be
2 or 5.
21.
Iggy climbs up halfway through. You start to freeze. My number's up. And then keep going. And you make it up to the first balcony.
Yeah.
You said acrobatics?
No, athletics.
Okay. I got an 11.
Okay, Idrisil climbs up. You wait for him to go up, and Idrisil, you fall down. 40, we'll say 20. Make an acrobatics roll for me.
Okay. The total of 20.
You are able to twist in the air to hit the water, and you only take 10 points of damage.
Sorry, should have seen that.
From how high up?
You were right at the top. We fell 40 feet.
And hit water.
Yep.
It's 10 points of damage?
If you hit water,
belly flopped it.
Yeah. If I belly flop, sure. I was thinking of...
Because that would put you down with the undead, so...
Who's next?
You want to stay shallow.
Good.
You go. I'll watch you. Feather hands. I'm not calling you feather hands. I'm saying I have feather claw. I can help you.
Yasne pops up.
He is the bird guy.
All right.
That is totally your nickname.
Just like jazz hands.
Feather hands. All right. Rolling 14.
14 to climb.
Mm-hmm.
You climb. You do make it, but you are now exhausted. 1.
Jesus, we are never going to get out. We are going to die in here. With all this damn loot.
Idrisil and Xander are on the left.
All right,
Xana, go ahead.
Xander's gonna try it. Here we go. That's a 7.
All right.
No, he falls on me.
Xander, make an acrobatics roll as you fall.
That's a 13.
Okay. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Xander will call out slow as he's falling and cast Featherfall as a reaction.
Okay. You take 0 points of damage.
Wah!
You gently take a little gentle bath into the water and get submerged. How long does that last? Just for a second?
Featherfall, it is, hang on, make sure I'm reading the right one here.
fall.
I think
It's a minute.
it's a minute?
So it lasts for a full minute.
Xander, go again, quickly.
I'm gonna go again. That's a 4. I'm gonna go again.
Quickly.
There's an 18.
One of these will take.
It's like a dog going on a slide for the first time. He just goes back up.
Xander makes it comically to the top there.
Interesting is going. Ooh, with a total 26.
All right. And in a brief, rare instance of GM sanity, we will say that gets you guys all the way to the top of this area. And in addition, for pulling off the crazy, bizarre, leather-grabbing adventure underwater, you gain a hero point.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. You guys are safely up at the little top flat part, big circle area with the statue and the way deeper out of the tower.
Well,
The rope's on the way.
Okay.
we'll get our ropes back. And while I was waiting for Xander to keep doing the loop-de-loop, did I have enough time to identify this armor?
Yeah, and the time it took Iggy to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can. It is very similar to what you, I think, already encountered. No. This is leather +1 armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So may I have that?
Yeah, I have the shadow, so you can have the +1. Because I have a +1. I got my striking bow. I'm good.
All right.
What about the arrow? I know I was not really present. I was falling.
Now you got to be magically trained in arcane or.
Could I have given it to one of them
Yeah.
to do the arrow?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give it to one of you guys.
Xander, then you took a look at it.
Yeah.
You can I'll make the roll for you. I like my secret rules.
That's
you
some good ones.
totally identify it as a climbing arrow.
Fucking, of course it is. Son of a bitch,
The water breathing potion, the climbing arrow.
Dude.
Oh my god. What this does is you fire the arrow. It does. It's one-time use only.
Okay.
You shoot it. When it hits a target, it immediately unwinds a 50-foot long rope, all of the Thief computer game.
Nice.
And then you've got that available to you.
Amazing.
You can pull that rope out with an athletics check if you don't want someone knowing you're there or to follow you or something like that.
Okay.
But it's not reusable.
Cool.
All right, you guys leave. You walk down a corridor. You walk towards a door, and it's being held up by a lump of iron.
Mm-hmm.
And you all just squeeze right on through,
Lumpy!
except for Iggy, who can't quite easily fit.
Well, let's see if we can lift it up a little bit for him.
Just immediately go to.
Yeah, and we'll see.
Are we grabbing the I-beam again?
Yeah, I say we're going to try and use the I-beams
All right.
to leverage.
Make athletics rolls. Xan, are you helping?
I'm going to try to prop underneath. I'll prop it while you guys lift it.
Don't worry, natural 20.
Oh, you want to describe that?
Sildren just kind of being sick of all of this garbage and just like being hurt, just like takes it, manages to get it up a little bit, shifts it over to the iron bar where the hunk of iron is, lifts it up further, and then as Iggy comes through, he
Grabs
scoops out the chunk of iron,
Drops the door.
and drops the door.
Yeah.
And is Iggy on the right side of the door?
No, he was still on the other
Okay,
side.
making sure. All right,
Hunk of iron was the.
Iggy and the iron have been recovered. You are all on the other side, and the door slams shut behind you.
And he just tosses the I-beam aside, disgruntled. Like, let's get the hell out of here.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
You guys go up some stairs. You are in the base of the tower. There is a white little sphere of energy there. You walk down some stairs past, I believe, 12 or 8 or a dozen smashed skeletons. Walk outside into night air for the first time in about 2 or 3 hours. Breathe clean air and walk past a sign that says, beware dead inside or you be one.
Kick the sign over. And Sildren's just mad.
And you guys are outdoors again.
Well, we need to start heading towards Edlin home.
Right now? I'm a little sleepy.
We can rest.
Tanner needs a nappy nap.
Oh, does anyone see the toadies anywhere?
You look, they're nowhere
The
to be
sons
found.
of bitches.
Were they
Never
supposed?
trust an elf.
Were they supposed to? Hey. Were they supposed to wait
Except
for
you
us?
guys.
No.
No. Okay, I didn't think so.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. We need to start heading towards
Yeah.
Edlin home in the morning. I suppose we can make camp tonight, rest and recuperate.
Yeah, we'll probably go
Like a half mile, maybe.
into the woods, I guess, a little bit, or into
Yeah.
where there's a clearing.
So we'll go follow the trail, the road
Yeah.
towards Edlin home for maybe a half hour or so.
Okay.
So that we're not right at where the undead tower is.
Yeah.
And then try to find a concealed nook or cranny somewhere. And
Did we?
Yes.
You guys are much better at surviving than I am. You have a lot of ideas. I did want to point out that at the top of this tower, it was completely abandoned. We had that blessing spot, and it's all covered. It might be a good place to just camp there.
the gnome has an idea.
I'll do that. I'll take that option.
So instead, we're going to go up to where the friendly sphere was, and we're going to camp
Top
there.
of the tower.
Okay. You're inside the tower where the sphere is. You camp. It is relaxing. You are rested. You get a good night's rest. You set up some guards to alternate your time, so someone's always on watch.
I also 3 potions and
Yeah.
a scale
I was about to ask about
between the 2 magic users.
Yeah.
I will make some rolls. You guys are no longer exhausted or have a sprained arm.
Yeah. And then all of our hit points back? Or is it half?
No, you can. You can. Because it's really just how many hours you want to spend, so you have all the time to do it. You have identified all of the items have been identified by Xander.
Yay!
And Xander, you have identified them as follows.
Just sitting there. Next. Next. Next.
You identified one of them as a bark skin potion. You drink it, and it gives you the bark skin effect, which lasts 10 minutes. What that does is it gives you resistance to bludgeoning and piercing of 2, so you block 2 points of every bit of piercing and bludgeoning. This is for 10 minutes. But you do gain weakness 3 to fire, so just watch out for that. Oh my god, that does reinforce your potion concept, Seth. There are also 2 potions of Elixir of Lives, but these are lesser versions, so this is the better ones you could come across. So they heal 3d6 plus 6 each.
And those are the 2.
Those are the 2.
3d6 plus what?
6. And finally, the scale is a consumable item, and it is called a dragon turtle scale. You attach it to your armor, and you consume it with 1 action, and you can only do this if you are an expert in athletics skill. When you do that, you activate the scale, and for 1 minute, your swim speed is equal to half your land speed.
Motherfucker. I couldn't have used it anyways, but
And that's what you find, or identify.
Hey.
You wake up refreshed, you leave the tower, When you do leave, the blessing that the sphere had granted you fades.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't re-up
No.
because we're right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there are 2 lesser elixirs of life. Do we want both of those for Sildren? Does anyone want to carry their own?
I already have some.
I used to have one. I gave it away to a cat thing a long time ago.
Perhaps one of each of you two, because I have healing spells. I would take the bark skin, perhaps.
Yeah.
Vaccine potion? Okay.
Are you an expert in acrobatics, Idrisil?
Was it acrobatics or athletics? I thought.
Athletics.
Athletics.
No.
Oh.
I'd love to be. But
Yeah, me too, but no.
What are you an expert in, Seth?
Intimidation.
Oh, okay.
And
That's probably
a bunch of other stuff. For the fortitude and willpower.
does a plus 11 make you an expert?
No, you have to have the expert.
There'd be a little E beside your
next to it.
name.
Oh, yeah.
You chose to get a different skill instead of E-ing. So I think everyone had access to 1 expert so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All
an
right.
expert in nature.
Might you?
You guys are heading north towards Edlin Home. Did I hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk north along the Key River on a path that'll take you to Edlin Home.
Next day, yeah. Next day-ish.
A day and a half, yes.
If we see any toadies on the way, we'll try to, heading our way,
Wave
we'll
them
try
down.
and flag them down.
All right. You do, but they're only going in the wrong direction.
Flip them off.
You do see about 4 hours travel north. You come across a very ramshackle, basic riverside tavern of tarps and stuff, and can get some crude rations and a couple simple drinks from there.
Is this the one we stopped at on
Yep.
the way down?
And so you get the tiniest bit of refreshment.
Perfect.
And then you head off and you camp that night, not too far away from Edlin Home. Another probably 6 or 7 hours of travel, but you're tired. You rest. And the next day, you hike out, and a little after noon, you arrive back in the town where you have come from of Edlin Home. It is great to see it again. It's got the beautiful serene forest around it. Your road travels along the river, and you can see Hortmer's place. You can see the Thankful Lodge off in the distance, the lake in the middle, some of the rising cliffs off to the northeast. You can see Gabe's Tower over there. And what's your plan?
Xander's first move will be to go home and to see his dad.
Hello.
So go back and right. When you even encounter a stupid half-orc over there.
It's been quite a while since, I've seen you in it.
I haven't been back home since the chain gate. That was a very long time ago for me.
Lots changed.
All right, Xander, you approach the Ember Lantern Tavern that your father owns. You open up the door, and the place is pretty much empty. To your left is the only patron, and it's a table, and there's an old guy asleep, unconscious, drunk, sleeping with his head down on the table. And you are surprised by a tall figure next to you who says, "Hello."
Every time with you. It's so good to see you. And I reach out and give him a hug.
All right. Do you even know this individual's name?
I don't.
Okay. But he is hug-worthy.
Your replacement, Xander.
You hug, you feel this awkward hug given back with big half-orc hands as the Glack, the half-orc bar boy is here.
Barback.
And he kind of awkwardly hugs you and says, Are you all right?
Yes. I am actually all right.
You hear from some distance away, Xander?
Peep and I, Pop Pop.
That's you?
It's me.
He comes running around the bar and running straight towards you and slaps Glack out of the way and gives you a big hug. Oh, Xander! Xander, you're back! Oh, it's so good to see you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he gives you a kiss and a kiss and a kiss and then gives you another big hug. Oh, they said you were in trouble and gone and were taken somewhere. I was worried sick.
I was in so much trouble, Pop-Pop. You helped so much. If you didn't help us out, I wouldn't have made it back. I'm so sorry for everything I've said.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm the more sorry one.
I'm the sorriest of all.
You're right. How did I help?
You gave them Mr. Wiggles.
Oh, I'm going to need that back, bud.
I mean, I have him right here. But
Yes. No, there's no question.
he's really important to me. I'm hoping I can keep him around.
All right. Well, come in. You're back. We'll find you a place to room here. We'll get you your cot back somewhere.
It's okay, Pop-Pop. I actually have a place. But I wanted to let you know that
Where's this other place?
I'm not far.
No, you tell me where this place is.
I'm staying with my friend Iggy.
Why are you staying there when you should be staying here?
It's a thankful lodge.
This is your home.
This is every time we
You're not
do
my
this.
Oh, man. That was awesome.
We'll take a break there. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for that moment.
That's amazing.
You guys are way too good at this.
Okay.
The door slams to his back office and your dad is gone.
Every time.
Galak opens up the front door and leaves it open, the cold wind blowing in for you to go outside.
Won't even reply. He'll just kind of march right back out.
Can I have a hug?
Most heartfelt.
Someone else
scene.
came master for a second.
Sildren, this is Xander's home. This is where Idrisel's been for a long time, and I've been for a little while. Welcome to Edlin home.
Yeah, if you need a place to stay, you can probably stay at the Thankful Lodge or the Lantern, of course. You're always welcome to stay with me at Bortmer's.
It's a humble little place.
Where would you guys like to go?
Iggy has he wants to go talk to the mayor, but before that, he has a quick errand to run, and he runs over to find Edward the horse and give him a big kiss.
Nice.
All right.
Big old kiss and a hug.
Where was
He
Edward?
was staying. I think I asked Marpin.
Okay. You go back
To
to
keep an eye
your
on him.
former job location, the Thankful Lodge. You find your horse, and wrap your arms around him.
Yeah.
He doesn't respond in any way, but you don't care.
Oh, so good to see you, Edward.
Nay.
And then we should go talk to the mayor, see if anything has changed or happened.
The horse nods gently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. Idrisel goes towards Portmer's place just to say hello.
All right, you drop by your Portmer, the archer, ranger.
Sure. Yeah.
He brings along Sildren,
I'm always happy to meet a
fellow archer.
Yeah, another archer.
And he walks towards the kind of barn, and he sees Portmar out there sitting in his usual chair.
Okay.
He's Portmar,
And he waves from his chair. Idrisil!
and he sees new armor, a shiny new bow, and a shiny bolt sticking out of his. How fare you, old man?
Why don't you come closer?
And I get just
Within
out
first
of
range increment.
And I go right up to him.
Where have you been?
Well, we've been doing some hard traveling. We've been doing our mission, trying to save those who need our help. We've been spending a lot of time in Tabernary, and we just had a dealing with the toadies, and we got some information from them. Been all over the place.
Sounds like you've been busy.
Been very busy, Portmar. This is Sildren.
Greetings.
He's one of our new friends.
A pleasure. He gets up, slowly walks over to you, and shakes your hand.
Yeah.
Sildren, this is my great master Portmar. Taught me everything I know about archery and how to be the most humble of people.
Idrisil has spoken very well of you.
It's good to hear. What brings you back?
We're just here to stop by, Portmar. We've heard some troubling things from mystical creatures, from deceitful people. We've stopped home again to see if anyone in town has heard of anything evil going on.
I've heard of nothing evil. I don't deal with normal day-to-day affairs, but I do have a keen sense for pure evil, and I've seen or sensed nothing like that.
Well, we thought it best to come talk to you and some of the other elders of the village and see if anyone who's been here the longest knows what's happening. And I'm glad to hear that nothing's out of the ordinary.
Will you be staying long?
At least for the night. We're going to recuperate and try to get all of our Edwards in a row and see what we can do.
Edwards in a row?
I don't know any ducks.
Well, you're welcome to stay here, as always.
I appreciate that. Sildren, you can take my nook.
I'll sleep in the woods. The woods will suit me fine.
some leaves.
Xander, Iggy, what did you guys want to do?
Well, Iggy wants to go to the church.
Temple of Carahel.
Temple.
That's funny
To
because
talk
that's where
to
Xander was headed as well.
Ulrich.
You guys find each other on the path converging.
Yeah.
You're going through the woods off the west side of town towards the Temple of Carahel. It's bright white and gray stone. Tall, overly worked architecture are there. And you walk up to the doors. The door opens and out comes a young acolyte.
Lothio?
No.
Lothio is long dead.
You can
That
right
side
quick,
quest has
abandoned
failed.
quest on that one. Poor Lovio. A young acolyte comes out and he says, "Welcome to the Temple of Carahel. Won't you please come in?"
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
He motions you inside and motions you towards a small side chamber and points to a bowl on a stone pedestal that has some holy water and just the tiniest bit of weird greasy goo attached to the side.
Gross. Fucking jicks. And I'll wash my hands in it.
All right, you wash up. He looks at you, Xander.
It follows suit. Yeah.
Okay. You follow
Xander washes
suit,
hands.
and he takes you out towards a main prayer area with lots of pews and a giant statue of a beautiful woman with an open book in her hands. And the acolyte says, "You're welcome to pray here as long as you'd like."
Thank you. What, young acolyte, what is her name? I am Iggy. This is Xander.
I am Roge.
Roge. We came here actually to talk to Moreg.
The high priest.
He's a friend of a friend. and we have some bad news to give him.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, who shall I say you are?
Tell him two of Killian's friends.
Very well. And he leaves, and the door opens 5 minutes later to the high priest's office, and in you walk. And you are escorted in. The acolyte closes the door behind you, and the high priest Morrig is there, a dwarf in some clean robes with a nice golden little belt around him. And he says, "Welcome to the temple."
Nice to make your acquaintance, Morag. I am Ignal.
I am Xander. We're defenders of the realm, and we were partners with Killian, the Wayfarer.
I have a feeling you bring me news of a terrible fate for our dear Wayfarer.
Yes and no. Killian is no longer with us, but I want you to know that he sacrificed himself for the greater good. He gave up his life so that I could come back from a very horrible place through an occultic portal. But he recovered us, and he made sure that not only me, but the rest of the town of Taberning was safe from saving us. He's a hero, and we wanted you to know that we honored him as such.
That is good and sad. I am sure that Carahel will watch over him. How, may I ask, did he fall?
I don't entirely know the process. I was on the other side, but I can tell you that while I was falling through the portals and went through a lot of different places and worlds, he worked with our team. And when I was about to be lost, Mr. Wiggles was there, and everyone called to me, and I almost went away from them because I was fading away. And then Killian appeared and pulled me back through the portal into Tabernery with everybody else.
Without hesitation, without even a second thought, he jumped into this portal knowing his fate to rescue Xander here. He is a hero.
It sounds like he is indeed a hero, and I owe my thanks to you, Mr. Xander, and you, Mr. Heavybringer, and to this Mr. Wiggles. You are all heroes.
Mr. Wiggles the hero.
Thank you. Well, we knew you would want to know his fate.
And where is the Wayfarer?
His body has been put to rest at the Temple of Carol Hall in Tabernery.
This is
The priest assured us that his remains would be sent to the temple in Mirskan.
That is most likely. I have plans to visit there before the fall, so I will pay my respects to him.
Give him our best.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
If you have trouble finding your path, you can call upon this temple, and we can provide what knowledge we can from our archives. You are a friend of the temple for certain.
That brings up a second point.
Here it comes.
Have you heard anything recently that has gone poor? That we were given a strange message that something evil was coming to Edlinholm, which is why we returned hastily. Have you heard anything of that ilk?
I have not heard of anything diabolical. I'm afraid I can't be of any help. I don't. Actually, there might. Hold. And he gets out from behind his desk and goes to the door and motions for the acolyte to come back. And yes, what is it, High Priest? Didn't you say there was some sort of trouble about town a week or so ago? Oh, yes, it was trouble at the general store. I couldn't get what I needed, and they were quite difficult and threatening with the new owners.
The new owners. What happened to the old owner, that orc fella?
Grimdew left. Apparently he sold his place, and the new owners barely selling anything at all. They even had the stuff I ordered there for the temple, and they wouldn't sell it, saying we hadn't paid in advance, which we never do. We pay when it arrives, and they said they weren't going to sell it, and the mayor said it was all perfectly legal, but it's just not friendly. It's not how you take care of people here in town.
Okay, well, we will look into this. Thank you.
Yes. And the priest thanks you again, and you are escorted off the temple.
And security.
Yeah, I did sound. My tone was going there. Off the property.
Black lights got you by the arm.
And you guys leave the temple. You look back and see in all its holy grace and the huge depth of knowledge in its archives down below, and just wondering if you will ever come back here again or not. You do not know.
No tithe to Carahill, guys?
Nope.
No, that's not a thing. It's weird that you even know that. So.
Oh my! Somebody would be severely disappointed in you.
Before you left, the acolyte's just like, It's right there.
The gift shop is on the
You can't leave without going through the shop. All right, and what would the four of you like to do?
Probably meet up and exchange conversations that we had.
Okay.
With, are we going to the Lantern or the Lodge?
You're at the lodge.
We're going to the lodge. Don't even know the lantern. Lodge is fine.
How are my friends at the lodge doing?
They're doing well. They are excited to see you. They mentioned they were just talking about you a couple days ago. And she serves up, Marpin serves up a nice warm dinner in their restaurant. The rest of your friends show up, and you guys...
we're just kind of at the table, and as Cyril and Marpin are talking around us, and mostly to Iggy, obviously, they're just kind of asking, so we haven't been here for a while, but is there some trouble with with some new owners in town? Some new people came in and...
Marpin says the old lady who part owns this lodge says, "Oh yes, lots of just nasty business practices over at Grimdew's Groceries. We have to start getting some of our supplies directly. I get a lot of them directly, but sometimes I need something just quickly, and they're refusing business. Their hours, they're open just like a couple days a week instead of at any time. It's just been a mess.
Always sold out of toilet paper.
Marpin, who are the new owners?
I don't know. Someone called Fammy is her name, and I don't particularly care for her. She's weird. She's a bit off, and I don't like saying bad things about people, but I think that's fair. And same thing with the ranch. A bunch of the ranch horses. Someone was trying to rent a horse passing by, and we passed along to the ranch, just the Calacalan Ranch, just outside of town, and they refused to sell a horse. Just things are just a little off. I'm sure we'll get back. Things were never the same when that big project up north just completely fell through. We had such a great amount of money coming into the town, and lots of workers and supplies coming through, and then everything up north at the Bottom Hill Farms just quickly just ended.
Has there been any rumors out of Bottom Hill since that happened?
No. Lots of people. Apparently, there was some nasty business where people were working against their will.
Oh, that's terrible.
And a bunch came running down from there. We kept a bunch here for about a week before we found them a boat out of town.
What's going on in Bottom Hill right now?
I haven't heard anything.
that was great. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're gonna go check on some things because it's not like nighttime yet.
It's going to be, but it's not. It's maybe 4 or 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to go to this general store?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I could use some rations.
Okay, you guys head over there.
Yeah.
You will go over to Grimdew's Groceries. The door does not open as it always does. And you knock, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a voice on the other side. Who is it?
It is Ignal Heavybringer.
I don't know you. Go away.
I need to buy some things. Please open.
What do you need to buy?
Just general goods. You're a general store. You sell general goods. My gold is golden. So please let me in.
Make a diplomacy roll +2.
Shit.
Said the magic word.
A 21.
The door unlocks and opens. There you see a thin human woman who looks at you with a untrusting eye and says, "Come in."
Thank you. I am Ignal. What is your name?
My name is Fami. She closes the door behind you
Nice to meet you.
and locks it because there's
Just me?
Yeah.
Oh, we should.
No, my friends are with me.
I should have said a thing.
No, just that I'm not comfortable with that. What do you want to buy?
We all need to buy things. I don't know what they need. You gonna let us in one at a time?
I'm gonna let you in. I like your face. You look around, the store seems about half empty. Bunch of stuff is not there. There's stuff still in crates that hasn't been uncrated. It looks not well run at all. It's dark. There are heavy curtains pulled over the windows, and it has a strange smell about the air.
You bought this place from Grimly?
From Grimdew, yes.
Grimdew. He was all right. He was all right for an orc. You've definitely, pardon my saying, but you've kind of let it go. He always had the windows and the doors wide open. It was bright in here. It's all dark, and it doesn't look like your stock is very well put together anymore.
So then, is that it? Are you done shopping?
No. I'm gonna keep shopping.
You said the curtains are drawn?
Yes.
It just still goes around the back.
Okay. You go around the back. There's a back door.
I knock.
You knock. She says, "Now, hold on. There's someone at the back."
Okay.
And she walks away. Goes.
Sildren knocks at the front door.
Yeah. I go unlock the front door.
All right, you go unlock the front door. There is a sound you hear Idrisil at the back door. Hold on, I've got someone here. Just wait a second. And she comes back out from a back room.
Does that sound conspiratorial?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees you there with your two friends who've come in.
I let my friends in. We all need to do some shopping.
She says, "Fine, make it fast, please."
What do you have on special?
Do you have a Groupon?
Yeah.
She says, "We don't have specials.
Okay.
What you see is what you get, pal."
Okay. I will get some, gather up some, rations and just,
We don't have any rations.
No.
Xander tries to be subtle about it, but he starts detecting magic. So
Okay.
he's glowing in the faint purple aura.
All right.
Keeping his hands low at his sides and only lightly saying, no.
Make a thievery sleight of hand roll, please.
16.
16. I'll make a quick roll for her. What did I roll?
You rolled an 11.
11. She is oblivious. You detect no magic.
How big is the store? About?
It's about the size. of our roomish to that wall. What is that, like 25 by 25?
General store size.
Just wondering if he's detecting the entire building type of thing. Or?
You do, because there's also a back room area, but so you make sure you're able to get the whole area. Yeah, your spell will cover that, 30
Great.
feet out. Yeah.
Then I'll stop detecting magic.
Yeah.
What's the smell? You said there was a smell. Talk to me about the smell.
You talk to him about the smell. Make a roll.
Mr. Nature Man.
Make
Feather
make a roll.
17.
17 is your natural roll without any modifier you know of.
Correct.
You identify it because you are insanely good at nature.
It's insane.
Which would have made it get 29,
You easily identify it as strong, bright lotus incense.
which is the same that was in the theater.
The bright lotus incense. No.
Oh,
Bright lotus
no.
incense was in.
That's the mind control one.
That was in the dudes
Oh, the fucking
yeah. The same people.
with
Harleo.
Yeah.
Harleo, right? Who was in what's her name?
Yeah.
Pie?
Moleri.
Moleri.
Yeah.
That incense.
What's going
And
on?
there was another little person in there, another little woman.
What's it called again? Sildren.
Bright Lotus.
Bright Lotus.
And I know what Bright Lotus is for, obviously.
It smells like lavender and bitter candy.
Fammy, is it?
That's her name, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm speaking of Fammy.
Yes. Are you buying something too, or are you just looking around awkwardly like the dwarf?
Speaking of awkward, tell me about the Bright Lotus,
Are you a fan of Bright Lotus?
perhaps.
Have you had experience with the Lotus before?
I am experienced.
She says, oh, then perhaps you might enjoy dropping by later and having a bit of a rest with me.
Perhaps I would.
That would be enjoyable.
We could Bright Lotus together.
Xander's
Go on a
ping-ponging
little-
around, like,
Go
trying to
on a
understand.
little journey.
They'll show you a picture book all about this later.
I will see you later, fam.
She smiles and then looks at you and sneers.
And I give her a little wink and then turn and walk out.
All right.
I follow suit, giving her a sneer back.
Okay. And Xander, you're-
Even, I'll raise an eyebrow. Do a little intimidation on her.
all right.
Yeah.
Because this works so well.
Oh, for sure. With an 11.
A total of 11? You
Just-
can't even demoralize
Oh,
An old lady!
clerk.
Jesus. I just, yeah, head bowed, just like shaking. Iggy's disgusted with himself.
What do
The
you...
only person that Ira has ever worked on is Iggy.
So I've seen you do this weird thing with your eye sometimes. Can you explain that to me?
I just
It seems odd.
Trying to be scary. It doesn't work.
It seems odd to kind
I
of...
feel like I need to switch up my tactics.
like you're trying to be seductive, but it's really not.
Yeah, it's-
working?
it doesn't work.
Need to rebuild as just a bard. Start from fresh. All right, all of you leave. You hear the door lock. You then hear Idrisil the door unlock in the back. She opens the door and says, "Come in. Who are you?"
Hi there. Nobody was at the front, so I thought I'd just come around the back. Can I buy something?
She closes the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
The door locks.
Fair enough. I walk back around the front.
All right.
Thought I heard somebody else. She was talking to someone else in there, wasn't she?
Sildren, what's that Black Lotus stuff?
Bright Lotus.
What?
Bright Lotus.
White Lotus. What? Yeah. What are you coming back here later to do?
Get high.
Hmm.
I mean, basically, it's
Is it an illegal substance?
It is.
Or controlled substance?
There's not much of a legal enforcement area out here, so it's not considered. It's like it would be bad form, like Xander casting detect magic or charm or something like that in a public area. It's not illegal, but everyone would be instantly defensive if you're trying to do that. Okay.
You guys, she said someone's here, didn't she? She was talking to someone else in that room.
I think.
I wasn't in there.
What did she say when she came back to you?
She said something like someone else is here.
So it's.
I think she was talking about me.
Yeah. And I think she was thinking you were somebody else.
There was no one in that back room?
There's some shady shit going on here. I don't like it.
That's why I was thinking about coming back later to try to.
Get high, we know.
And figure some stuff out.
Should we call it a night? We could talk to the mayor, but nobody else here seems to think anything else is going on like we think there is.
People seem to think that Bottom Hill was a rather good thing for this economy or something.
I don't think anything knows about the undead or anything that's happening. It seems so ignorantly blissful.
As most people are.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Just staring. Everyone's staring at you.
Yeah, I like that. Go to rest up and then
All right.
meet Morag.
You guys sleep for the night.
No. I'm gonna go back.
Sildren's gonna put on a plaid shirt.
Do you want us to go back with you? Like, not with you, but like hang out in the wings?
The entourage.
Yeah, I think, in case there's trouble, it might be a good idea.
I just want to see kind of.
I'm honestly just trying to find out
I'm
what's
literally
going
saying,
on.
I'm about to say, I wanna
Getting
see
high is
everyone-
just a bonus.
I just want to see if anyone comes and goes while, throughout the night.
So with my nature expertise, do I know of any antidotes or anything that will deaden the Bright Lotus, like that I could take to, so I'm not actually as either affected or as affected by it?
It's challenging to find it out here. Make a nature roll. This is your forte.
Oh, geez.
Total of 30.
You find a flower that, when consumed, will help reduce the effects of it. Yes.
Okay. Keep that in my pocket. for
Okay. And you go to the general store, and you knock on the door.
Mhm.
And I didn't hear. The friends are sleeping.
now.
No,
They're
We're gonna stay back.
Kinda hiding.
and then Yathene's just gonna perch and listen in, and if she's commanded, she'll go.
If you need help, what how are we to know?
Yathene will come
Okay.
and collect you and squawk thrice.
When the crow calls 3 times.
All right, you are knock on the door. You hear a voice on the other side. Who's there?
It is Sildren from before.
Oh, and the door opens, and there you see the young lady Fammy, looking a little glazed over. And she says, "Come in." And she looks out the door, looks up and sees some weird little raven perched on the outside roof, and closes the door. And she invites you in.
I'll come in.
Where do you hail from? Come into the back.
I am from the forests in the south.
And what do you do for business? You look dangerous with your weapons.
I am a pathfinder of sorts.
That's a great system.
I work for different employers. I freelance, if you will, and find certain items or objects, locations, paths that are less traveled.
She takes you into the back. There is a bed there, a big double bed with some big cozy quilted blanket stuff on it. And there is a bowl with some incense that's just billowing out in smoke. It's a very smoky room. And she says, why don't you sit down? do you follow the teachings of Mazeo? And she starts to take off her shirt.
Am I familiar with the teachings of Mazeo?
Make a religion roll.
Is this going to be like a Happy Madison, Happy Gilmore thing, where she gets a wrong answer, she puts it back on?
What am I doing? Religion? 9?
9. No, but it sounds delicious.
That's exactly what I say.
you look in the corner, you say no, you turn to her, but it sounds delicious.
and I unbutton my shirt.
All right. And
and I do take the leaf, so I'm not impacted by.
All right, you can start to feel like you're just on the verge of making some sort of roll.
Yeah,
you got that second hand high.
When you start to crunch some of the little flower petals and smush them and chew them around in your gums, and she says, "Ooh, what's that?"
It's something that is just a habit I've picked up from elsewhere, and I give her a little bit,
okay,
but not enough to allow her to kind of understand that she's like to have a small impact, but not enough that she's like not going to get high.
You dose her just a little.
Exactly.
All right. With her glassy eyes and a smile, she takes off her pants as well. We're going to do this moment by moment.
I mean, when in Rome. Okay.
She takes off her pants. She tosses a big pillow out of the way and straddles you.
Okay.
And starts stroking your hair.
All right.
Don't look at us while you're doing this, man. Look at him and only him.
I want to stare right at you, Alistair. I can't be there. Can you be my surrogate? Just for
stroke my hair.
I want to dress in one episode.
I'll return the petting. You know, we'll pet each other a little
bit. Make an
bit.
acrobatics roll.
I really want to use a hero point. A total of 14.
A total of 14? You're not totally unfamiliar with this. I don't know where in your forest livelihood you picked up these social skills.
It's social nature. This is a nature skill. This is deep in this.
Yeah.
She gives you a kiss, and she leans you back and says, how long are you staying?
Not long, but I'm hoping to get a hold of some Bright Lotus.
She says, so you're not here to stay with us? And you lean back on a leg underneath the blanket, and you hear, yeah, stay with us. And there's a guy underneath the blankets. And he
hello, stranger.
He sits up and he starts stroking your hair.
All right.
Did you roll a natural 1?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on the wrong side of this.
You guys see Yathane panicking, flying, circle, clawing at the door, giving you every possible signal.
Clawing or just cackling.
To unleash the highest level magic you have to defend her master.
You said she would give us a signal. You didn't tell us, it's going to be a good signal or a bad one.
All right, and time slips away. Are you going to give him the hour you gave Iggy earlier?
If there is no Yathane showing up, if Yathane does get sent in to us, then I'll follow her lead going back. Yep. Otherwise, we're going to sit and roll some dice.
Yep.
All right, you chill out, and Sildren, you have some very clear, focused fun with some very wasted people. Mm-hmm. What are you doing with your hand right now?
I'm getting ready to roll a die, my friend.
You're just rolling it back and forth across your chest.
Just cradling it.
All right.
My goal is to try to find the source of the Bright Lotus. So okay. I'm directing the conversation that way when it's appropriate, and saying that, I'm a big fan of the Bright Lotus and I really would like to get some for my travels and, kind of where,
stuff I've ever had.
yeah, like this stuff is great. Like, my local Bright Lotus isn't like nearly this good.
It usually works a lot better for me.
Yeah.
All right, you need to make a diplomacy 23 as they are not interested in talking right at this moment.
Well, that's bad for me. 14?
14, and you descend into a quilted ecstasy. You are like the downy bear dropping into a quilt of warm, fleshy, soft goodness and hairy legs.
And who is the gentleman?
You
That's a
don't
different
get
role.
his name until it's over. He gives you a hug he's learned.
Great.
It's a guy you've never seen before and hope to never see again.
Eye contact will be real hard after
You
this.
saw his head once and then he went right back in.
High Priest Morik? The next Sunday service gets a little awkward.
Praise Carahel.
All right, you.
So what is his name?
Well, she shouts out "Oh, dwell" several times.
Looks like no one screamed it out yet.
Oh, dwell. Okay.
I think it's just dwell, but
And, and as things start getting interesting, you're like, "Oh, dwell," and you just dive in.
Yep. I mean, the price of getting information. And then afterwards,
Yes,
I do try to continue to have that conversation with them.
Okay. You may have that conversation. You're choking, you're coughing a bit from the smoke. Make a willpower saving throw.
Oh, God, I am going to use a hero point there because I rolled a 4.
You feel a deep connection growing with these two people.
Hold on. Much better. 25.
And
total.
then you realize you're on a mission.
Yo, you guys almost lost me.
You're not switching parties right now.
I don't know. I think I switched parties a couple times.
You steer the conversation. Go ahead one more time with that.
Yeah, so I need some Bright Lotus for my travels, and I was hoping to maybe be in contact with your contact.
You
on
feel so tense. And he's rubbing your back,
Oh, yeah, that's
your nude back.
really helping. Thank you. It helps a lot.
Fami says, we have some we can certainly share.
I was looking for a larger quantity than for personal use. I want to bring some of this back to where I am from, as this is better than, like I said, our local Bright Lotus.
Oh, I get mine from our leader. You would have to speak with him.
That would be grand.
I can introduce you to Harleo tomorrow then.
Excellent. That would be fantastic. He is your leader in the teachings of Manziel?
That's Mazeo.
he's got men on the mind.
Teach Mazeo.
And she shares stories of their journey here. They're excited to be here in Edlin home. Make a overall diplomacy roll for this particular conversation.
Natural 20.
Really?
Yep.
You are fantastic at timing those for diplomatic. She then says she lets out more than she intends. And this was before the conversation, and then during the conversation, she lets out more than she intends.
I shouldn't be saying this.
And she speaks and says, well, I hope that you might change your mind and stay here with us. We hope to have this town all to ourselves with our members soon. and we think you just need to let yourself go and be one with the teachings of Mazael and worm your way into this community and she leaves the room and comes back with a snake wrapped around her arms and brings it into the bed setting as well.
Being a nature lover, it's
not as freaky as it would be a normal person.
Right.
All right. And the guy
and I'll handle her snake.
Okay.
Fucking weird.
Right now,
We're just
like
shedding
3
listeners.
Of the people at this table are literally cringing at the moment. We're just like, what is happening? What is happening?
And she says, or if your travels take you south, we have friends in Tabernary as well. We are growing and growing. You are welcome. Don't feel like you're a lone traveler.
You've made me feel very welcome, and I perhaps will join and learn more of Maziel.
It's Mazael.
Mazael. How many members are here in Edlinholm now?
I believe there's 8.
Harleo, Dwell, yourself?
And then there's Harleo's friend at his place. And then there's the boys at the ranch.
Excellent. So glad to hear we are a growing community already. And if I am traveling to Tabernary, where might I find more friends?
She pauses, scratches her head, and says, I'd ask for Pero. I don't know where he's at, but I think he is the main contact in Tabernary.
Excellent. That is wonderful. New friends for us all.
It is, by the grace of Carahel, several hours later.
And head out.
He heads out, satisfied with the knowledge he has gotten. And you see him strut out.
On the go, big boy.
Walk of shame!
He's got that swinger's mustache. The dark robe.
It was very enlightening.
You find any information out?
No.
But I learned so much.
She is part of this Mazael?
Phonetically write it down would be my recommendation.
I have, and
I did. It's
So many
still not working.
silent cues that you
Mazael. Okay.
Mazael. Mazael.
Zale.
L.
Mazael.
Mazael.
Yeah.
Mazael.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I don't know how you pronounce Superman's name now. You're freaking me out.
Superman.
Is it Khalil? Khalil. Is Khalil on it?
The good guy.
Kalilo!
Khalil.
Kalilo!
Son of Jarl. Son of Jarl.
Their leader here in town is Harleo,
We know him.
and
You mean that snake freak?
yes, indeed the snake freak.
You're so little glint in your eye when you mentioned the snake.
What are you blushing for?
Something squirming in his pants.
Yeah, they're fans of snakes during certain times. It's very interesting.
What?
Anyways, and the ranch has been taken over by their people, and they also have a chapter in Tabernary as well. A man by the name of Pero is their leader.
Marpin mentioned that the ranch had gone a little
Yeah.
sideways.
So they are all in league together in some way.
Was there any Was there any reason to worry about them? Did they seem more than? I mean, when we were there, they kind of just seemed like addicts or drunks.
They're very cultish.
Okay.
In their nature. They seem to be some sort of freakish sex cult. And I got bad news. I'm
Is there any
I'm going to be parting ways with you guys. Joining the cult.
Man, this character is going a completely different direction than Killian.
The three of you are now been labeled as suppressive.
No, I mean, they are friendly enough, but I think they are looking to take over the town, and they want to do so with whatever means necessary. They're very unscrupulous at the very best.
They want to take over all of Edlin Home?
They want to have their people take this town over, yes. They want all of their people,
it seems as though
their followers, to be in this town.
It would seem that they're not a martial cult. They use influence, and they use potions of all kinds to draw people away from their, Grimdu, for example.
Yeah.
They've taken over his spot, the ranch, taken over that spot, but it doesn't seem to be like violent.
They're not doing right.
Convincing people to move.
And through probably less than scrupulous methods.
Yeah.
The Bright Lotus is a highly effective drug for pleasure, and it makes you susceptible to certain suggestion.
But we have to tell everybody. We have to tell Voldus. We have to tell the other ones. We got to tell everyone that lives here.
He's not wrong.
No.
Fair. Well, in the morning we should have that conversation then.
Okay, it is morning time.
Where to first? Should we go to the mayor? To Marpin? Who should we talk to?
Go rap some knuckles on Nolari's face.
Ooh, go talk to Harleo?
Let's start with people who are not of the cult and see what their impression of it is before we do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Head to the mayor?
Voldus!
Yeah.
You head to Voldus the blacksmith, aka the mayor's house. You knock upon his door. You can hear him hammering at his anvil. And you walk around back to his workshop, and he says, Iggy! And it's,
Voldus, how are you?
it's good. Idrisil and the little gnome.
Hello!
Xander, and this is our friend, Sildren.
Mr. Mayor, good to see you again.
He says, it's good to see you. Where's the Wayfarer?
Our heads bow a little bit.
He died.
And what of that little wicked goblin creature?
Don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
He might be dead too. We don't know.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
We've been through a few things.
We have gained a new ally in our friend Sildren here. You'd be pleased to know that he has saved us more times than we can count in the short time we've known him.
8.
We are now defenders of the realm.
Of course you are. He pats your head.
That brought us back here because Edlin Home is in danger. There's an entire cult here. Do you remember Harleo?
Of course.
He is running a cult here. Everyone is falling to these teachings of Mazael. And they keep taking this Bright Lotus, which makes them not think straight. And it makes them dumb. And it makes them influenced. And we need to stop it. Because they're trying to take over all of Edlin Home.
I know half of what you're talking about. It's been some trying few weeks. There's not the same faces around in town as I remember, and there's been some complaints about goods coming and going and deliveries, and I don't particularly care for some of these new folks. You're saying this is a dire threat to the town.
Yes!
It could be, certainly.
They are looking to take over Edlinholme for their teachings and to have only their members here. So either their intention is either to have you join or to drive you out.
Xander, make a diplomacy +2 roll.
That is a 17. But it's only a 5 on the roll, so I think Xander's really taking this serious. Xander's going to try one more roll.
Good luck.
Yeah, that is a 25.
Okay. I absolutely trust you. You've done this town proud and protected it several times. You've rescued the village girl, Celicia. You've protected us from the crazy slavers that were up north at the farms. You rescued the farmers to begin with, oh so long ago. I absolutely believe you, and I am pained and troubled by these people. As a representative of this town, you are fully endorsed to remove them by any means necessary. I will deal with any of the political consequences.
Knuckles cracking.
Yeah.
If you can handle the physical consequences.
Thank you. We will do just that.
And try not to burn the town down. Someone stop him.
No
We'll make
promises.
sure he doesn't burn the entire town down.
Just part of it.
And what do you need from me?
You have given us what we need, indeed.
Got any elixir of life? No, I'm kidding.
Can we have a badge? Some sort of indication or a sash that says that we're defenders of Edlinholme?
He gives you a sash that has defender spelled wrong on it and puts it around you. There you go. I made
It's
it
really
quickly.
It's really just a car fender. He just
Voldus, have you heard anything else around town? Is there any other problems besides these cretins that have found their way here?
No, is there other trouble we should know about?
We're not sure, but if you haven't heard anything, nothing to concern yourself with.
Well, let me know how this goes.
Will do.
All right, Sildren, you know them better than anyone. You take points.
You don't want to know.
How do you want to handle this, Sildren?
Well, their leader is Harleo. We could...
We've talked to him before.
And how has those conversations gone?
Not well.
Passing.
Hmm.
As in someone usually passes when we have a conversation with him.
How do you want to handle it?
The same
With
way.
my foot on his throat.
Yeah, honestly, he's not that nice.
Fair. Then that...
So
Very well,
Harleo?
then.
We'll head to Harleo's.
Yeah, let's go to...
Malari's house.
Malari's.
Yeah, Malari's house.
I need Iggy to make a fortitude saving throw. I need Sildren to make that same saving throw. I think that's it.
21?
15?
Okay. Iggy, you're totally fine. Sildren, as you wrap up this conversation, you're not feeling 100%. And you take 6 points of negative damage. Whoa.
Okay.
He looks unhappy and concerned at the same time.
I don't think I do.
Well, why
actually.
wouldn't I be
Yes.
unhappy and concerned
Well,
at
you
that?
just got +6 health points because it was 6 negative damage.
That's
so
not
that's
how that
positive. It's not.
No.
Thought math.
I'm feeling very troubled. Something unnatural is affecting me.
You need some medicine?
Xander detects magic.
You detect no
And this is-
magic.
At Voldus's or as
Yeah.
we're leaving?
Yeah.
You realize you weren't feeling so great this morning
Yeah.
early and you pass it off, and then your stomach starts getting a little
Okay.
tighter, and as you're leaving, you're like, oh, I don't feel so great.
Did you maybe catch a little something last night?
Bit of the hev?
It's something else, I believe.
How's everything? Any drip down there?
That's fine, thank you.
Any numbness we should
I
know
took
about?
precautions.
I like that we just sit there and laugh for a while. I feel really sick. Are you though? Are you though?
Perhaps it was from the zombie that bit me. Did any zombies bite anybody else?
No, that was a while ago, wasn't it? That was a few days.
A couple days ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
Surely anything related to this had to have happened in the last 24 hours.
Didn't detect any magic. Xander would like to check him. Just to check Sildren for what's going through, and I'd like to make a check on him if that's all right.
Okay.
I was going to do like an Arcana check or occultism, but I want to go with your call on that. If there's a particular one you think I should roll.
I will make a roll for you.
All right.
And what is your goal again with this check?
I really want to see if there is an unnatural
STD
ailment.
check.
Because he just said there's something unnatural that's affecting him. So I want to see what kind of force could be pulling on him or affecting him physically. That's not physical.
Looking
for metaphysical force.
Let me verify. I have you right here, Xander.
I know.
That is nigh impossible to do, but you pull it off, Xander.
Nice.
You have identified some strange markings on him and believe he has the affliction known as zombie rot. What? You have heard of this before, and he will continue taking negative damage going up and down a disease scale. And if he reaches the end of the scale, he will die and rise as a plagued zombie himself.
I have good news and bad news.
He runs.
The good news is I can escape.
You only get 2 actions per turn.
Hey, Sildren.
Yes.
Drink this potion.
Great.
And I hand you an anti-plague potion.
Okay.
Oh, what does that do? That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
one.
I've had it for a while.
That is a
And if we need some more, we're at the place to get it.
anti-plague potion is here. Anti-plague. You get a bonus on your next saving throw within 24 hours. Yeah.
All right, I'll drink it.
It'll be a bonus of +2 the next time I ask you.
So can I get rid of it, or do I just...
That's a good question, because I want to know if I got rid of it.
It is it's like a poison sliding scale thing.
Okay, so if I keep succeeding, I will eventually
Come
get
out
rid
of it, yes.
Okay. All right, fingers crossed on that one.
Is there an eventual cure? Like you have to, if you do 3 successes.
Yeah, just like a poison, you would come out of it if you come out the good side of it.
Let's go.
Shambling along.
We must take the Oreo.
Where are you headed?
Harleos?
Okay.
Molare.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
Parleos.
Molari.
There's the Widow Molari's place. You are there.
Knock, knock, knock.
You hear someone unlock the door. The door opens, and out comes a slightly barrel-chested, shirtless guy who puts his hands up on the frame of the door and leans out.
Do you have time to talk about the teachings of Mazael?
He says, Mazael? All right.
Let's go get some zombie rap.
Again, totally expected to hear Carahel come out of his mouth. Right off the bat.
He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Is it just you there, zombie Sildren?
No.
All right.
Right there.
Yeah.
Not a break.
He says,
I have
why don't you...
converted my friends to the teachings.
He
Thanks to
looks
Pero and
sees
Tabinry.
Iggy.
Hey, fucko.
You need to make a deception roll -4, Sildren.
A total of 1.
Yeah.
He slams the door and it doesn't even close. It just slams and opens up slightly
And it kicks
he
it.
runs deeper into the house.
Yeah.
The dwarf is back! The dwarf is back!
Let's go.
As he runs, can I do the no escape?
Yes, you can. You're right behind him.
Speaking
What
of
would you
no
like to do?
escape,
What would you like to do?
And then I want to grapple him.
Okay.
I haven't done this before.
I believe it's some sort of fun
Is an
athletics
athletics roll. With a 15?
That's maybe not good.
Probably not.
Grapple. That is versus their fortitude. What did you roll?
A 14?
14. You
No,
fail.
15, excuse me. But
You succeed.
yeah.
I thought it was safe. You reach, you grab, you miss because you're grabbing onto a shirt that's not there, but then you grab a tuft of back hair and stop him from
Yeah.
getting too far. You have him grappled and... what
Yeah,
do
I
do?
basically throw him to the ground and put a knee into his chest.
All right. Get off!
Where you running there, tough guy?
Yeah, get out of my house!
I don't think this is your house.
An elven lady with a very long, gaunt face comes out and a sleepy look about her, and she comes bursting out of one of the back bedrooms. What's going on? Get off of him! And she throws herself at you, and she is going to grapple you.
can Sildren intercept her?
No, I'm
Okay.
getting a grapple roll right here.
Perfect.
She got a 12 versus your fortitude
Nope.
save plus 10. No,
21.
All right. She's just hauling, clinging, and dives at you again, and you're just like a stone statue, unmobile.
Sildren will
Yeah,
just...
two elves run into the room.
All right.
Yeah.
The room is dark. It's all the blinds are closed. It's smoky. It smells like bitter candy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Xander follows in with the intent of targeting the snakes.
Okay.
If Xander finds a snake, he's readying to action on that one.
All right. You got your fingers loaded. just checking his corners.
Just glowing all of the auras around, just making sure. Ready for some electric arcs or some fire.
All right.
Fire!
Get off of me or you're going to regret
I
it.
believe I've asked you to leave this town on several different occasions. This is the last time.
With a -2, he punches you with a 4 to hit.
No.
This is not my encounter. And he spits on you from down there.
Punch him right in the face.
Ooh, make a face punching damage roll.
Just a damage roll?
Yes.
With what dice?
6, right?
I don't
4?
know. What does it say for fist? Some of you have fist as a weapon somewhere. Don't you? Anyone?
I do not.
I swore someone did.
Make it a D4.
Sure, D4.
Because it's unarmed.
That's what you made me do when I punched the.
All right, D4 plus your strength modifier.
6.
6 points of damage is a big hit, and he is unconscious. Some would say dying one.
Idrisil walks over to the,
No! The lady screams.
I walk over to the curtains and I just yank them down.
Yeah.
Bright light comes in.
Open the doors, please, Xander.
Xander. Push.
Doors.
The door.
Okay, the front door?
Yep.
All right.
I'd like to go.
18.
All right, you blast open the front door and blast it off its hinge.
I'd like to go to the back room where last time we saw Moleri.
Okay.
And see if she's there.
You see no Moleri. What you see is a large snake. Roll your perception for initiative real fast, please. This is a big,
You said
large
perception?
python-sized snake.
21.
Is your initiative. The snake goes second. The snake hisses and comes right towards you and is determined to get you with big fangs.
How close is it?
Small bedroom distance, like 8 feet away, 5 feet away.
Okay. While I'm quick drawing my sword, I yell, "Xander! I found one!" And I quick draw and attack it
All right.
with my short sword. Ooh, with a 21.
21 is a hit.
Nice. D6. Total of 2.
2 points of damage. you barely scrape a couple
Fucking hate
scales
D6s,
man.
They are not your friends, no.
You still have 2 more actions left.
Yeah, I'm just going to go again.
All right.
Hack. Ooh. 21 again.
21's a hit.
3 points of
Wow,
damage.
you're getting there. You're climbing.
And one more. The 10.
10 is an absolute miss.
Damn.
The snake then attacks you with giant fangs
Lunges at me.
with a 18 to hit.
No.
And then it attacks a second time with a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
You have been hit for only 6 points of piercing damage. And you need to make a fortitude saving throw for its poison.
Total of 27.
You resist the poison. For its last action, it coils up defensively.
Okay.
Xander, Iggy, Sildren, what would you guys like to do?
So on the call, Xander will run into the room,
Okay.
looking for and finding the snake.
You are tackled to the ground by a screaming, gaunt elven woman who has slipped free of any grasp and is making a grapple roll against you, Xander. What's your fortitude save?
18.
She got a 19, and Xander has been
No.
slammed into a wall and dropped down, and she's like just a screaming banshee. Just clawing at you now with her with one action. She has you pinned down with a 14 to hit.
No.
And her big final one, here it comes, is a 13 to hit.
Also no.
You hold up your arms reflexively. She just claws at your robe, doesn't do any damage.
Stop it!
Keep going, Xander.
So Xander will attempt to break free.
Okay, make an athletics roll.
So much athletics. Yeah, 9.
9. You fail. That's one action. You can do it again, and it's -5 type of a thing.
Taking a look at... It's a somatic. Oh, it's a somatic. So I can do an electric arc from the ground.
Okay.
So casting electric arc on her.
All right.
So she has a reflex save to save for it.
Great. Lightning blasts out. She has a 19.
It is not a 20, so she fails it.
Takes the full damage?
Takes the full damage of 8 points of electric damage as I Pikachu and just kind of sit there and just zap out lightning from all around me while she's hanging on to me.
She takes, what was the damage?
8.
She takes
Electric
3 points of bludgeoning from the kitchen cabinets on the far side of the house as you launch her across and blast her, and she hits the ground smoldering and immobile.
Immobile or unconscious?
Some would say dead.
Yeah. Some would say dying level. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. I will run axe at the ready.
Okay.
Into the room with
The snake?
Idrisil.
Idrisil is blocking the door. You have one action you just did to get there, Iggy.
Excuse me.
Your turn is then done. So
I would have just pushed him out of the way, personally.
I'll take
Pushed
it.
him onto the snake.
Well, I am... Actually, I feel like they have everything in hand, so I'm going to check on both Harleo and the Elven Woman to see if they're dead.
Okay. Harleo is dying level 2 currently. He is barely hanging on.
I pull out the staff, and I'll stabilize them. We can kill him later.
Okay.
I mean,
It's all
I would tie him up first if I were you.
well, he's only stable. He's
Yeah,
still
he'll be
unconscious.
unconscious.
And then the Elven Woman?
You run over and check her. She is toasted. She is no longer alive.
She's dying level dead? Okay. All right.
And Idrisil, you won the initiative of the snake. You're up.
Oh, so sorry, Iggy. After you. And I move.
All right. Do you want to step in?
I step back, so I'm out of the room.
Okay. As you step back, you see the snake almost got an attack of opportunity on you. You take a careful step back instead, and You still have 2 actions, and there's an open doorway in front of you, and the snake 10 feet away. Anything you want to do?
No. It's way too much of a penalty for that. It's not going to matter.
-2. Okay.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Okay.
I'll let Iggy do it.
It's a snake. It's always worth it.
It's only a +8. I'm not going to waste it. I only have like an 80% chance of hitting. Fuck it.
The snake then, from its coiled position, launches itself up to 10 feet and attacks Iggy for 24.
No, that does.
No, 23.
That hits.
Okay. You have been hit for 9 points of piercing and make a fortitude saving throw for its poison.
28.
And you cannot be poisoned by this particular creature ever again.
It's going to be
super immune.
And then I will.
You will do nothing. It will then move forward close. It is now in the doorway, giving both of you access to it. And it will attack you, Idrisil.
Oh, this thing is a vengeful little
with
beast.
a 19 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. It's fangs lashing out. Iggy, you can go.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the axe right down on its head.
It has its snake face on the axe, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure does. With a 17?
17 is a miss. You hit wooden frame of the door instead.
I will swing again.
That was almost a 20.
With a definite miss, the 7.
7. You remove a little few locks of elven hair next to you.
Hey!
Sorry. And I'll swing one last time.
All right.
With a 14.
14. You are just slowly chopping this house down.
My ponytail!
Do you guys need help?
Slowly with arms outstretched, Sildren.
Help!
He casts healing in an area around him and knocks himself unconscious. Xander.
Okay, so Xander stands up and move! Because I was on my way around, got tackled down. So
yes.
They are in front of me, and so it's if I've seen it correctly, it's Xander on the ground, Idrisil and Iggy in front of me, Snake in front of them.
And I'm
The
envisioning...
burning hands will still affect the snake.
Just
yes.
wanted to make sure.
I'm envisioning somehow this all has a Tarantino-ish vibe to
Oh
it.
yeah.
No, I tripped over Xander at one point. Like he's got me by the hair.
Yeah.
It's a whole
So Xander, standing up takes an action. There are 2 friends in front of you, and right behind them is a snake.
Okay, so
Large snake.
where the snake is, I roll a little marble off of my hand that bounces up towards him and then explodes into flame.
Okay.
As I cast on the snake a flaming sphere.
Giant flaming sphere. Lights up.
It's the 5 foot square what's on. The snake has a save.
27.
It does make the save, so it does not take all 12 points of flaming damage. It takes 6.
6. All right, but that sphere continues to persist if you want it, turn after turn.
Correct.
Done. Bump, bump, bump. Zombie.
Zombie will draw his bow and fire through cover and shoot at the snake.
All right, go for it. Do a -2
Sure.
for all the buddies in the way.
Still worth it. A total of 20 to hit.
Is a hit. A druid archery shot.
1 damage.
Welcome to the life of an archer.
I see it barely sink into the snake, and I told you, it's not going to do shit.
Anything else, Sildren? Fire a couple more in frustration? That's what the ranger does.
Seriously, might as well.
I'll shoot one more.
All right.
Why not?
-2 off of your normal.
Oh, that's not good. That's going to be a total of
Not enough.
6.
6, nope.
No, I'm sorry. 5.
Yeah, still not
You
enough.
strike the house.
Yeah.
Being burnt, it's being hacked apart by an axe and impaled by an arrow.
Fuck this house.
I'll shoot the bow.
Wow.
Action.
Wow.
It is a new round, Idrisil. You're standing just outside the doorway, side by side with Iggy. The snake is in the doorway. Both of you are next to it.
I'm just gonna
Ball of fire.
hack it.
All right.
One more.
Yeah, ball of fire is somewhere
Get
close.
the ball.
Just rolling around, bouncing in the bedroom behind, lighting the bed.
Is it setting the house on fire at
It
this
is.
point? Lovely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a attack with my short sword with a 18.
18. You miss.
Damn. One more again. Wow, 14.
Swinging and swinging. Just the snake is just terrifying.
I walk away.
Okay.
It's burning. The house is gonna burn with it. I'm
All
done.
right. He just casually.
I step over Xander and I walk out.
All right.
Oh my god.
The snake goes
done here.
next.
With its attack of opportunity.
Snake goes next, and it strikes at. You stepped away, so it didn't get an attack of opportunity. It attacks Iggy. Come on, taste of dwarven flesh. That was almost a natural 20. It's a 19 to hit,
Nope.
and it strikes again with a 22.
That is my armor
I think
class.
that's what you have. That was
Even with your
penalty.
+1 hide?
It does minimum damage of 4 piercing. And then make a...
Nope.
Do not make a fortitude saving
Yeah.
throw. You lick that stuff off. Lap it up.
And my turn?
No, then it will attempt to demoralize you.
God damn it. This works. He's so pissed.
7 with a 20. What's your willpower save?
19.
It demoralized you! You were terrified. You were frightened, one, about this snake. It is...
So it's -1 attack rolls.
Yep, it is your turn. The frighten will go away after your turn is done.
That rage.
snake.
It raised
There is
one
real
snake
rage
eyebrow.
here.
19.
Is a hit.
15 points of damage.
15
Nice.
brutal points of damage.
His last roll was going to be max damage if he didn't miss.
What was your sphere?
6.
So it was
So
6.
points
Yeah,
of
it was
damage.
12, half of 12.
I did 1.
You
Idrisil
just
did.
did 15 of its 15 remaining hit points.
Yeah.
Damage.
I lop that head right off.
Okay, you lop it off. It bounces off into a giant 5-foot rolling sphere of flame behind it. The bedroom is alit, and everyone is dead in this place except for you and a barely breathing Harleo.
Extinguish the flame.
Xander does hydraulic push
Okay,
using all of the water inside the room.
Can't you just turn it off?
I mean, I could turn
That's-
off the
that's-
flaming sphere, sure, but not everything else on fire.
That's what I meant.
Oh.
But
Oh, there, flaming sphere's
the
up.
sphere disappears.
ray of frost in the room
Okay,
to put out the fire.
it'll take quite some time, so you guys can do it. They're just blasting frost.
Fireman.
This is fun.
I'm gonna.
I didn't see the joy in it
drag
before.
Harleo to the front lawn.
Okay,
Yeah.
Harleo is out on the front lawn.
Oh,
I'm not gonna revive. I'm just putting him there. I don't. I just get him there so he's not burning.
All right, you guys are
fire's out.
Fire's out. You leave a smoldering house behind.
And Harleo's not there. That's correct.
That's correct.
Not in the house.
Harleo is not there. He is outside.
Or if Moleri. was
You
not
check. Moleri is not there.
there. I'm having problems with names.
Oh, we didn't
today.
check the second floor.
Is there anything magical in the house?
Great question. Xander will detect magic inside the house.
You detect magic. You detect nothing magical inside the house.
I'm gonna
There's nothing magical inside this house.
search for the bright lotus.
Okay. You find some. You find a little batch of it to burn in an incense as an incense. Yeah.
Tuck it away in a pouch
got
somewhere. Well,
He's
let's.
sniffing his pouch over and over again.
We should.
Brings back fond memories of a night or midden passion.
Ode well, ode well.
Should we
ode well.
round up the rest of these?
Should we bring him to the mayor, or just revive him and threaten him again?
String them up in the middle of the town.
Not
Well,
wolves.
That was sending a message.
are we not wolves?
Not officially.
I think there's some question there.
Our methods are not theirs.
It wasn't the wolves that strung them up.
That was the priest against the wolves.
I would say let's revive him, have a conversation with him, get the names of all of the members in town, and then he can leave or die.
It's a good
I
plan.
believe he's had that choice before.
Yeah, and we're not here
he
to
had the
enforce it.
protection of the mayor before, and now he does not.
Okay,
Fair enough.
I'll go with your call on this.
And where are you taking him?
Back in the house.
You drag him back into the house. He starts to blink a little conscious, sees you guys dragging him, and is just going, no, no, no! And you put the broken door back into place, and we will stop there for tonight.